The finale of Foundation Season 3 didn't just end a story. It detonated the entire universe we thought we knew. Demerzel's loyalty shattered, Brother Day's empire burned, and in the shadows the mule rose. But here's the real question: was this ending genius, or did Apple just betray Asimov's masterpiece? Think about it. For 3 seasons we've been promised the Seldon plan, a grand design that could guide humanity for centuries. Yet with one twist, the showrunners didn't just bend the plan, they broke it. And maybe that's exactly what they wanted. Now, here's the problem: millions of fans went into this finale expecting a faithful payoff to decades of legendary sci-fi storytelling. Instead, what they got feels like a gamble. A story that could either redefine the genre or collapse under its own ambition. So let me put this straight. Is Foundation still Asimov's universe, or has it become something entirely new? That's the controversy. And that's why this finale has people divided. Furious purists on one side, and blown away newcomers on the other. And if you're watching this, you're not just a casual fan. You're here because you felt that same shock. That same need to understand what just happened. So before we unravel the secrets hiding in this finale, the forbidden knowledge that the writers don't want you to piece together, make sure you're subscribed. Because trust me, this isn't the only twist they're hiding from you. Now let's pull back the curtain on the first hidden truth of the finale. Darkness is here. And no, I don't just mean in the galaxy of Foundation. I mean in the pit of every fan's stomach after watching that finale. Demerzel dissolved into nothing. Brother Day fought for everything and lost. And the mule wasn't who anyone expected. Let me ask you something: did this ending blow your mind, or did it betray the very soul of Asimov's vision? I'll be honest with you. The first time I saw that, to be continued, my jaw hit the floor, not because of the cliffhanger, but because of the risk. The writers didn't just tweak Asimov's blueprint, they smashed it, rewired it, and dared us to follow. It's bold, it's dangerous, and it might be the single most divisive moment in modern sci-fi television. Think about it. We spent 3 seasons building toward one showdown: Gaal versus the Mule. A battle of destiny, a collision of prophecy. And when it finally arrived, what did we get? Not the tyrant we expected, not the warlord the books promised, but Beta, the overlooked presence, the second puppet. And suddenly the audience was split in two. Half were screaming, "Brilliant twist!" The other half, "This isn't Asimov anymore." Here's the painful truth: the finale didn't just wrap up a season. It cracked open a fault line. On one side, the faithful readers who feel robbed of their story. On the other, new fans who are thrilled to be shocked, to be surprised, to feel the ground collapse beneath them. And that's the question haunting me since the credits rolled. What is Foundation now? Is it still a guided journey into the future of humanity, or has it become a chaotic rebellion against its own foundations? Now here's where it gets wild. You see, this isn't just about one finale. This is about the survival of an idea. Asimov's universe was always about inevitability, the great sweep of history, the plan, the laws of psychohistory. But in one breath, Season 3 showed us something more terrifying: inevitability can be broken. Destiny can be rewritten. And if that's true, then the very thing that made Foundation legendary has just been shattered. And listen, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here because you felt it too. You felt the ground move. You felt betrayed and amazed at the same time. You want answers. And if that's you, you need to be here. Subscribe right now, because what I'm about to reveal isn't just analysis. It's the hidden script behind the script. The secrets buried in plain sight. The forbidden knowledge the finale teased, but never explained. And trust me, once you see it, you'll never look at Season 3 the same way again. So let's start with the first secret. Why did Demerzel's death, or apparent death, matter more than Brother Day's? Why did her eye flash a signal in Morse code, as if she wanted us to know something the characters didn't? And most importantly, what was she really doing in those final seconds before the light went out? Here's the secret nobody's talking about: Demerzel didn't die. Not really. Think back. In Asimov's world, robots like Demerzel aren't just hardware, they're ideology in metal form. She's the last echo of Earth, the living embodiment of the zeroth law, the one rule that says, humanity comes first, even above truth. So ask yourself, would a character built to endure millennia really vanish in one flicker of light? Or was that flicker a message? A survival code we weren't meant to catch the first time? Now, I want to pause here. Quick question for you: when you saw that finale, did you lean forward and whisper, "Wait, what?" Or did you roll your eyes and think, Of course. Another fake-out death. Be honest. Drop your side in the comments because I guarantee half this audience felt played, and the other half felt like they just saw a magic trick unfold. But here's where it gets even stranger. Brother Day, the face of Empire, the ego of 3 generations, was always meant to fall. The Seldon plan depends on his fall. Yet his final moments didn't feel like history playing out. They felt like revenge. Revenge not from humans, but from the plan itself. Doesn't that make you wonder? What if the Seldon plan isn't a map of destiny at all, but a living thing? A parasite feeding on human lives to keep itself alive. And here's where Beta comes in. The mule we expected was a tyrant, a conqueror, a psychic storm. Instead, the show gave us Beta, quiet, overlooked, underestimated. And that is the cruelest twist of all. Because history doesn't just remember the loudest figures. It remembers the ones nobody saw coming. Beta isn't just a character reveal. She's a warning power hides in plain sight. And by the time you recognize it, it's already too late. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Come on, you're reading too much into this. It's just a TV show twist, maybe. But let me ask you something. Why would the writers bend Asimov's entire legacy just for a cheap surprise? Why risk alienating the hardcore fan base? Why gamble the reputation of the series? Unless there's a bigger game at play. So here's the reveal. The finale wasn't written for the fans who've read every page of Asimov. It wasn't written for the critics, or even for the casual binge watchers. It was written for history. Just like the Seldon plan, the show itself is trying to engineer its own future. By breaking free of its source material. It wants to survive as a living story, not as a museum piece. But survival comes with a price, and that price is trust.